Hi, you guys. Welcome back for our daily practice questions. It is day 312, and as always, I like to first start with my introduction and disclaimer before getting started with our questions for today. So, for those of you who are familiar with me, hey y'all. For those of you who are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Dr. Brittany Weinstock, a family nurse practitioner and the founder and CEO of the Nursing Studio. I provide resources, tools, review courses, review videos, review books, digital flashcards, Q banks, one on one sessions, and more to assist nurses as well as nurse practitioners with success on their boards as well as in practice. I've been doing this since 2015, assisting nurses and nurse practitioners internationally with exam success. But y'all know my disclaimer and reminder is that we know there's no absolutes in medicine. We treat on a patient by patient basis, and any of the questions that you see here, I have designed and created based on the current guidelines that are being tested on the ANCC as well as AANP exam. Now, any of my videos where I'm teaching on things that we currently do in practice, I will always say that so there's no confusion. So, with that being said, let's get into question number one for today. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you're not missing any of my videos. And if you would like to gain access to my MP Test Success Toolkit, it is free and linked in the description. Also, my website is linked in the description and it houses all of the resources that I do offer. And as always, I like to direct you to my business profile by simply going to Google and searching The Nursing Studio. It will bring you here where you can find my contact telephone number, a link to my website, and testimonials from previous review students. All right, you guys. Question number one for today. It states a 45-year-old female presents with sudden right upper quadrant pain radiating to the right shoulder after eating a greasy meal. She reports nausea and vomiting. On exam, you note tenderness over the right upper quadrant. When you ask her to take a deep breath while palpating the area, she suddenly halts inspiration due to pain. What is this physical finding called? Is it A, Cullen sign? Is it B, Robsing sign? Is it C, Murphy sign? Or is it D, Gray Turner sign? Take a moment and tell me what you got in the comments, y'all. All right, I always recommend reading the stem of the question first, as it allows you to slow down to ensure you're answering what is even being asked of you. So here, the stem of the question states, what is this physical finding? So let's see what they're talking about. So when you go back, we have a 45-year-old who comes in and has sudden right upper quadrant pain that radiates to their right shoulder after eating greasy meals, has some nausea and vomiting, and tenderness over the right upper quadrant. When they are asked to take a deep breath while palpating the area, she suddenly halts inspiration due to pain. Y'all, this is C Murphy sign. This is how you conduct Murphy sign. Also, if you struggle in situations where they're asking these questions, process your way through. When they're telling you about right upper quadrant pain, greasy meals, you should think cholecystitis, right? And what tests do we do when we are trying to confirm a diagnosis of cholecystitis? It's Murphy sign, right? Walk your way through. All right, question number two. A 60-year-old male presents with left lower quadrant abdominal pain, a low grade fever, and mild leukocytosis. He reports constipation and tenderness over the left lower quadrant on exam. What is the suspected diagnosis? Is it A, cholecystitis, B, appendicitis, C, diverticulitis, or D, pancreatitis? Take a moment and tell me what you got, y'all. All right, stick with the question here states, what is the suspected diagnosis? And I tell you, if the stem of the question is looking for a diagnosis, you got to run it back and look at the assessment findings. So, assessment findings being their presentation, the signs, the symptoms, right? So, we have a 60-year-old male comes in with left lower quadrant abdominal pain, has a low grade fever, and mild leukocytosis. He reports constipation and tenderness over the left lower quadrant on exam. This is classic presentation for diverticulitis. So C is your best answer. All right, lastly, question number three. The 23-year-old female presents with a sore throat, fever, and anterior cervical lymphadenopathy. A rapid strep test is positive. Which antibiotic is first line for this condition? Is it A, azithromycin, B, penicillin V, C, augmentin, or D, levofloxacin? Take a moment and tell me what you got. All right, all right. And still in the question here, which antibiotic is first line for this condition? So again, when you have a treatment style question in the STEM, I always tell you to run it back and look and see if they provided you with a diagnosis. And if they haven't provided you with a diagnosis, you got to run it back a step further and look at those assessment findings, right? So here it tells you that they have a sore throat, fever, and anterior cervical lymphadenopathy. I always tell you that's the key. If it's anterior cervical with the sore throat, think strep throat. They also told you they have a rapid strep test that is positive. This confirms your differential diagnosis of strep throat. So then you ask yourself, what is first line therapy for strep throat? And it's B, penicillin V. All right, you guys. I hope you found this helpful. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with whoever you may think may find this beneficial as well. But y'all know what to do. Y'all make sure y'all meet me back here. And if you need any of the resources that I do offer, feel free to reach out to the nursing studio by giving us a call. You can shoot us a text message or shoot us an email. And as always, everything that I do offer is linked in the bio of this channel, including my website. And my website is also linked in the description of this video. All right, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Y'all make sure y'all meet me back here. Happy studying. Bye, y'all.